Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Sunday night? Hope everybody's watched a lot of football or basketball or baseball, whatever you're watching. You got the NBA playoffs, you got the women's NBA playoffs, you got the MLB going on, and a lot of college and NFL football games going on. But before we get started into this, I'll let Beans do our shout out to our listeners.
Yes, we want to send a shout out for all those that are currently on here for the live and those that will come back for the replay play. We thank you for giving us your undivided attention. And for our listeners, when we do our audio show, we have our cities like Brussels, Belgium, Grinzak Weiland, Germany, Falkenstein, Germany, Ashburn, Virginia, Boardman, Oregon, San Jose, California, and Los Angeles, California. We thank
Thank
y'all for
yes,
listening.
thank each and every one for listening. And the reason we're doing this tonight, on a Sunday night, last night we was in Morgantown, and it was Cool Beans' first time at a college game or even an NFL game or anything. And how'd you like your first trip to a college game there, Beans?
For that stand to be that big and hold that many people, I swore up and down that it's gonna be looking at like I'm looking at the sidewalk and ants on it. I thought for sure that we wouldn't be able to see anything, but we was able to see the field. We was able to see the game, and for when people stand up or something, you just turn up and look at the jumbotron right there, and like we actually it was fun. It was nice. It was a change of environment. I swore up and down. It's like, well, I didn't think we was gonna be able to see the game, but we did get a good chance. In fact, why don't you get ready to take a look at us? We'll let our fans take a look at us.
There you go. There we are, right there. There's two of our co-workers with us,
Yep.
Matt Polar and John Moore. We had a good time. West Virginia lost. Let's
Yeah,
no surprise.
that was the only part of the game I didn't like is that they lost.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had a good time, and especially being a night game. The weather wasn't too bad. It was better than the 90 degrees the first two times I went this year to the Penn State and Kansas game. So, but yeah, we had a good time. Wasn't the outcome for the Mountaineers. I think I'll just mention this, and then we'll get on to later on in the college games. I think the Mountaineers are in trouble. I'll be lucky to win two more games.
I hear you. It was one of those. They played good. It's like if we only played 2 quarters, they'd be fine. Because it was like
They
even
play
though,
a good half. They play a good half.
yeah,
It don't matter which half it is. They play a good half. They just can't put 4 quarters together, and you got to see a lot of what I've been complaining about on our podcast with certain things, with the
yeah, with the
coaching,
fire Neil Brown.
play selection, the coaching, and stuff like that.
The bad
But
part is you can hear it in the state. There was fans calling for him to be fired, and that was last night was their homecoming game, and they said he's been there 6 years, and they have never won a homecoming game in 6 years.
but he's been there 6 years. He's never beat a top ranked team. They've never been ranked. Um, so I mean, it's time for him to go. I mean, six
Right.
years is to me. I think for a coach, if you don't see some improvement by year three, now I'm not saying if it's like some big improvement, with the Mountaineers. I mean, get around that 500 mark, but if you see some steady strides, yeah, okay, give him time. But and there was no at year three, there was no improvement. It's been stagnated for the last 4 years. It's where it's at.
Right. But this is like beyond. I mean, like is I know it's like the board of directors or something, or something at the school that actually I don't know if it's the boosters that hire him or whoever. Somebody's not listening. It's just gotten to the point where they hired somebody to fly over the stadium with a banner that says "Fire Neil Brown." Like,
I think they got it blocked too. I think it was blocked. I don't know if it got up on the ground, but I don't see how you can block a plane that somebody's paid for.
yeah, I don't. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
And and the thing is, I'll mention this. You see when with Nico when he came in, Garrett Green. I've always said Garrett Green. He's not a quarterback. He's an athlete. And there's a difference between an athlete and a quarterback. An athlete can do about a little bit of anything. A quarterback can throw the ball. He's got accuracy and everything else. Green don't got no accuracy, but he's got some legs on him. And when he went out hurt and they put Nico in, you see what Neil Brown started doing. He started trying to run Nico. Nico's not a running quarterback like Green. Nico's like a pocket.
He's a pocket passer.
And you seen when he's in that pocket, you see the dude's got pinpoint accuracy. Um, if he sets up in the pocket, but Neil Brown was trying to run him, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then I'm like, you're probably gonna get him hurt because he's not a runner for one. He's a pocket passer. I mean, he can take off and scramble some, but some of it's the play selection, and I mean they're so predictable. They're his and Neil Brown's calls the plays, so his play selection is so predictable. I had fans beside me. He was talking about the same thing, and he was calling it. I mean, it's so you know what he's doing. So, but yeah, that's where they're at. They ain't gonna win. I'll be lucky to win two more games. So
Right. I don't know
they'll
if we
go 4-8,
discussed
and
this
they'll
on
probably
the
still
air.
keep him, and then so then they'll go maybe 5-7, 4-8 again next year.
You think they'll keep him at 4-8?
So, but before we get any more football, let's get into the women's basketball. We got the championship going on right now.
Right, right.
You've got at halftime, the Lynx is beating Liberty 34-27. But Friday night they had a game four. It was a must win for the Lynx, and they won 82-80. Jones for New York had 21 points, 8 boards, and Collard had 14 points, 9 boards, and 4 steals. So now tonight, whoever wins this game tonight, they will be.
The champions.
So we'll see what happens. I'd say this is going to go down to the wire. The last games, all the games have been close. So we'll see what happens with that. And then also, you've got, with baseball news and everything else, you got the Yankees last night winning the American League Division Series, moving, the ALCS. So they're going to the World Series, the Yankees are.
All righty.
And right now, you've got the Mets and the Dodgers. It's in game 6. It's a must win for the Mets in LA. Dodgers are winning right now 2-1 in the top of the third. If the Dodgers win this, then they go to the World Series to play the Yankees, which I was kind of hoping for that series to see Otani, to see
Hey, versus Judge.
Aaron Judd and them and see how they do. And I think, the other day, I don't know if we mentioned it on the other our podcast during the week. And I didn't know this. I wasn't paying much attention. I didn't know Otani wasn't pitching this year. He was out hurt. I mean, he was out hurt with his elbow. So he had that Tommy John surgery. So he ain't pitched all this year. So all he's been doing is hitting.
Mm.
So next year he's going to come back pitching. So look out for that pitching rotation when he's back in it.
Well, here's a quick question. So, since he wasn't pitching this year, is that 50-50 that he got still legitimate, so we shall say?
Yeah, well, he's got was 50 was it 50 home runs, 50 steals.
50 steals.
So and then he's not pitching, so his pitching dude, he's a great pitcher as well as a hitter. So he's still got the 50-50 club as far as the hitting side of things. So um, when he gets back in that pitching rotation, the Dodgers are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I didn't know that. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know he wasn't having pitching. My buddy of mine told me that the other day.
Right.
So, but that's where we're at with that. With the baseball, it's narrowing down. So then you'll have the World Series starting this sometime this week, I'd say. Let me see if I can find what date that starts on here. Um,
Probably Friday. And the
I
reason why
think
I say probably Friday is because usually they'll do it also have a game that Sunday night, and since it's a World Series game, won't be a football game.
uh, it starts Friday night,
I'm good.
uh, and then game two will be Saturday.
Wow.
Game three Monday, game four Tuesday. So getting ready to start the end of the week with that with the World Series, and I like watching it, the atmosphere and everything else. Um, it's a little different than you get college football, and the
Right.
atmosphere even is different in the NFL compared to the college atmosphere. But that's where we're at right now as far as baseball. We're getting ready to find out who's going to go to the World Series from the National League, and they done fired back up in the third quarter in the women's right now, and it's 34-29 right now in that game. You got any NBA news?
No. NBA, actually, the only news I got, season starts October 22nd. Um, so I'm ready to be on it. But other than that, nothing. Oh, Bronny had him a good game.
Did he?
Yeah, one of the preseason games that him and his dad played in. I didn't get LeBron's points, but Bronny did 17 points, 4 rebounds. So
I think that's the most points he's ever scored in his whole career, ain't it? Set probably for high school
yeah,
because I know he ain't scored that in college.
nah, he had like what 6 points was he's averaging or something
His
like that.
average 4 or 6 points in college. So,
Yeah,
well, we'll get on into some college football, and I will go with our picks. I mean, you keep edging me out on these picks in college. So I went 16-8. You went 17-7. I'll run down through some of the scores of these games here. Um, Friday night you had Oregon and Purdue. Oregon blanked out Purdue 35-0, and then that same night you had BYU and Oklahoma State. BYU won 38-35. Both of us got those picks right there. And then the game we was at yesterday in Morgantown, Kansas State beat Morgantown 45-18. They mentioned in that game there, they got no pressure on that quarterback whatsoever.
no, they didn't. Not
I
whatsoever.
mean, and that's what West Virginia is known for, that front's getting some pressure to the quarterback. And they did not get no pressure on Johnson at all.
Well, the
And he
only
just
name we heard that last night when there was applying pressure was
Trotter.
Trotter.
Trotter's tough. He's a freshman, true freshman. That dude's he's tough.
Yeah, but he
He's going
can't
to
do
be
it by himself.
no. And the thing is, usually you got Sean Martin. He's a defensive end. He's a fifth-year senior. He's from Bluefield, West Virginia. Um, he's usually in the backfield. He's usually making a ruckus back there. But they just couldn't get no pressure on that quarterback at all, and he just sit there and pick them apart. And I'm going to mention this, and we talked about it while we was there. West Virginia stopped their run game. They closed it out.
Yeah.
All right. Um, and when they started passing, I looked over at John and I told John, I said, they're going to abandon the run. They said they won't run the ball no more. They'll pass all night. And that's what they did.
Yep. That's exactly what they
That's
did.
exactly what they did. And that's smart coaching. Now, Neil Brown wouldn't do that. Neil Brown, he's not that smart. And he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't adjust to that. He'll throw a seam down the middle. And I know y'all heard me say this 100 times for 40 yards for a pass and then abandon it. Won't go back to it.
Yeah. He was down 3 touchdowns in the middle part of the fourth quarter. You down he's still running the ball. I'm like, what the hell are you
Yeah.
doing? I'm like, throw it.
And I'll say this and then move on to these other scores. And I did not know, that lineman that went down in the first quarter, that was their best lineman.
Yeah.
and I guess evidently he didn't come back in. Um, and see, being there at the game, where he's at the game, we didn't know. It took us a while to realize that Garrett Green was out hurt, Jaheim White was out hurt, and that lineman didn't come back in because they don't announce that at the game. So you don't know that. You're looking on the sidelines and you got fans that was sitting beside us. Their relatives or family was texting, yeah, he's out hurt and this and that. That's the thing that you miss when you're at the game. You don't get a lot of the info you get on TV.
Right. That's true.
And then here's a pick that me and you both missed, and here and I didn't get to watch this game. I didn't see the highlights, but Georgia beat Texas 30 to
I knew you was
15.
talking about that game because I was like, ooh, I wonder is he talking about Texas and Georgia? Yeah, because we called that one bad. I mean,
And
like,
and I just don't know. You see, I watched the Texas and Oklahoma game, and I mentioned that on our episode during the week, and where Ewers was out for a month.
huh?
He was awful. I mean, he was awful. I mean, missing his targets by 5 yards, 6 yards. And like I said, I didn't see no highlights of this game. I'm just wondering if he was still off because he's a top notch quarterback. I mean, he's going to go high in the draft, but he was 25 of 43 for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Here's the bad part. This is my thing. All right. When he was playing, when he started the year off playing, then he got hurt. Then they brought in Manning.
Yeah.
And then somewhere when Manning came in there, he took Texas from, I think Texas was like, they was ranked like five or they was still in the top 10. But then they moved up to number one. And then you put Herb back in and he fucking loses it.
Yeah. Um, they, I don't know what, I mean, Manning was doing good. And that's the thing. Yeah, you always want your starting quarterback in. But, man, when you got something going, I mean, you mess up chemistry, I think.
I know. Drew Bledsoe
And
would definitely agree to that because when he got hurt and Tom Brady came in, he ain't never seen the field again.
no, he didn't. And the thing is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe if Manning was in there, maybe they win. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't get to see the game. We didn't get to watch it. I didn't see no highlights because we
I
was on
know
another
because it was
game.
like I think it was 15-30 or something like that. It was
Yeah, final score was 15 to 30. 30. And then the next game we got here, I got you on this. Number 6, Miami beat Louisville 52 to 45. I had Miami. You had Louisville on that.
yeah, but it was close. Just a
It was
touchdown, I would decide.
and then Alabama and Tennessee. I thought we was going to lose this one. We both had the Vols winning this. And
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken, Alabama was up 17-0, wasn't they?
It was. It was like the Vols had to pull that out last minute because I swore up and down they were gonna lose, and then we was watching the scores when they was doing the scoreboards, and they showed that they won. I was like, "What?"
So actually, they went up, I guess, probably 10-0, and then the Vols came back 14-10, and then but they pulled it off. Then you got LSU beat Arkansas 34 to 10. I'm trying to find where your pick is on this because I know I had LSU.
Yeah, we both had
Both, yeah,
LSU.
both had LSU on that. And here's a shocker. Oh no, it wasn't a shocker. I thought they ended up losing. They didn't. Iowa State ended up pulling one off. I thought they ended up losing, but Iowa State won 38-35.
Yeah.
So they about lost to UCF,
Hmm.
and in Iowa State, that's what was a little shocking. Iowa State plays good at their place, but we both had Iowa State winning that. Clemson beat Virginia 48-31. We both had Virginia.
We both
Another,
had Virginia.
yeah, I think so. Let's see here.
Oh, I thought we both
Uh,
picked Clemson on that one.
no, no. I'm telling you wrong. We both had Clemson on that. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, we both had Clemson on that.
I was like, "What? We dropped another."
No, we both had Clemson. Sorry on that. And then Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. We both had Notre Dame. They won 31-13. Texas A&M dropped Mississippi State 34-24. We both had A&M on that. And here was the big blowout. I mean, a big blowout. And I think let's see here. Yeah, we both had this right. Indiana beat Nebraska 56-7.
Yeah, that one
Mizzou,
I didn't know it was gonna be that bad.
no, I didn't either. Mizzou beat Auburn 21-17. We both had that. We both had SMU, and they beat Stanford 40-10.
hmm
And here's the one that you got me on, and I knew I shouldn't have went that way. Michigan lost 21-7 to Illinois. I just, we talked about them being overranked,
Yep.
and now they will not be ranked after this because they fall to 4-3 um, with that loss. So Michigan will not be ranked.
You know what was bad about the ranking system? Guess who somebody got screwed in the ranking system bad. Remember, we was talking yesterday. We were talking about some. Yeah, if you have a bye, usually they just skip over you, right? So Ohio State was number 3 because they had a bye yesterday. They are
Uh-huh.
now number 4. They got moved down and didn't even play.
I told you, yeah. We talked about that on the way up to the game, and I said I don't know why they do that. I said it to me when a team has a bye and they don't play that week. If a team loses in front of them,
Uh huh.
there's teams that leapfrogs them. I don't understand that uh, analogy on that. It don't make no sense. And then here we go right here. You got Army beating East Carolina 45-28.
Oh, that was a good whooping on that one. I was like,
Go
what?
Army. And
Yep.
then the Navy beat Charlotte 51-17.
Yep.
So we both had both of those winning.
Army and
And
Navy will go up. They're gonna go up in them rankings.
and then yep, they'll move up. Both of them are going to move up. Now I will say this. I don't think they're playoff contenders, but
I don't either, and the reason why we've talked about it before because to be in service, you can't put all that weight on. So that line is not that big.
no, they're not. They're not big. And one of the games we picked outside here was in the ACC was Virginia Tech and Boston College, and we both missed that one. We both had Boston College and Virginia Tech won 42-21.
Wow. Yeah, we both missed
Um,
all that.
and then we picked our local team there at Marshall. They played Georgia. No, hold on. I'm in the wrong call. Yeah, right there it is. They played Georgia State. Marshall won 35-20. We both had Marshall on that. And then the last couple picks in the Big 12, the teams that ain't ranked, we had Arizona State and Cincy. You got me on this. I picked Arizona State. Cincy
I
won
went Cincy.
24-14. In this game here, me and you missed it bad. Uh, we both picked Houston to win this game, and Kansas won 42-14.
Yeah.
And then our boy Dion beat Arizona 34-7. We both had that. And this is the one me and you missed. And they got their butts handed to them as Texas Tech got beat by Baylor 59-35.
Ooh, yeah.
And then I love this. I love this. You ready for this? I mean, you got this too.
The
TCU
mutes.
beat those Utes 13-7. And so I had to just go on there and at that page where it's a smack talking all the time,
Uh
it's awful quiet.
huh.
Everybody's on there calling them out. Where's these Utes fans at now? And there was one that commented on there. Well, I didn't say what year it was going to be. I said, "Oh yes, y'all did.
Oh.
Oh yes, y'all did. Y'all said it was this year. You was going to run the Big 12. You was going all the way to the championship. And you was going to beat Alabama in the championship. So now
Yeah.
you're eating your words. You're
Yep.
eating your words. And like I said, y'all came from a weak pack conference to the Big 12, and the Big 12 is you got to bring your game every day,
Mhm.
every weekend. So, and now that they're finding out the Big 12 is not as easy. It's not. No, it's not the SEC, but you got to bring your game every weekend. So anybody can win on any. That's like UCF. UCF had Iowa State beat. They had them beat, but they blew it. So I mean, and I figure Iowa State's going to drop a game somewhere. They're going to drop a game. I don't know what their schedule is. I'll click on them right here and find out what the remaining of their schedule because we're at over half point now.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 12 games. That's seven. We're at game 7 now. So let's see. They got Texas Tech, Kansas, Cincinnati. The only shot of them losing is the last game on November 30th when they play Kansas State at Kansas State. I think. Yeah, it's at no. Let's see. No, they're playing in Iowa that game. But this
Okay.
is this is their remaining schedule. Texas Tech, they'll beat them. Kansas, they'll beat. Cincy, they'll beat. They're at Utah, the Utes. That's
Oh yeah,
another
they'll beat
that's
them.
another loss for the Utes. There's 4 losses. And then Kansas State. So yeah, they and then they'll be playing in the Big 12 championship. Whoever finishes 1 and 2 in that plays in the Big 12 championship. So, and that's where we're at right now with that. Let me ask you this because we still got some time. You want to go ahead and pick our college picks for next week on this episode?
Let's go ahead and do it
All right, and we'll get that.
because we
We'll
got
get.
something funny when we get to NFL. It just people just seen it behind you. What you call? I'm sitting here watching it. What you call? It's just funny. Oh no, it happened a few plays ago. But
Okay.
since I'll just talk while you getting the papers and everything ready. You know how Aaron Rodgers say he had nothing to do with the coach getting fired?
Uh huh.
Tell me why on that Monday Night Football, Robert tried to hug him and he pushed him away. I don't do hugs. All right. They just scored that touchdown. Coach ran over there, big old hug. Yes, yeah, just fine. But he had nothing to do with him getting fired. Okay.
Yeah. I've always said I never liked the dude. I haven't, but I thought he was behind the firing of that. I don't care what they say, but I think he was.
hmm
And let's see here. Let's get here. All right. We got week 9 coming up. All right, now first game. We got a Thursday night game this week. Um, Pittsburgh's playing Syracuse in Pitt. Man, this is going to be a good game, I think. Which I don't know who. Let me check it real fast. I want to see who Syracuse has played. They're 5-1.
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna pick Syracuse too.
All right. They have played Ohio. One. They played Georgia Tech and one. They lost to Stanford, Holy Cross, UNLV, NC State. Oh, they ain't played nobody.
Yeah, you also said they lost to Stanford, so I'm like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah, they ain't played nobody. So I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on this. They're ranked 19th in the country. I'm going with Pitt.
I'm gonna stay with my New Yorkers. I'm gonna cruise it out on Syracuse.
Um, I know a lot of WVU fans are going to be giving me down the road for picking Pitt, but hey,
Yeah.
I gotta catch up on Beans here. He's leading me. And this is not his strong point in college, and he's beating me. All
Yeah,
right, here we
college is
go.
not my strong point.
We got Boise State and UNLV. I'm gonna go with Boise on this one.
Oh, I'm going Boise on that one because UNLV, I haven't seen them do anything.
Well, they're 6-1.
What?
Yeah, UNLV 6-1. So, but I'm still going Boise on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at. I thought for sure they had a losing record.
No, they were 6-1. They I think they got us the other day. I think we picked them one game. That's the game they lost, I think.
Yeah.
You got Nebraska and number 4 Ohio State. I'm gonna go Ohio State on this,
Yeah, yeah. Nebraska just got their butt whooped last week, and they're gonna
and
get
they're
their butt whooped again.
oh man, here we go, here we go, Beans. You ready for this?
Hmm.
You ready for this big game? Number 12 Notre Dame playing 24 Navy.
Oh,
Here you go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
going.
Notre Dame.
I'm going Navy.
Oh no!
I'm going Navy.
I
Navy
just
to
told you there ain't no
upset.
beef on that line.
Navy to upset Notre
No,
Dame.
no. Ain't no beef on that line.
You heard it here on Vets Plus Sports that Navy's going to upset Notre Dame this coming weekend. So Washington and number 13 Indiana. I'm gonna go Indiana on that.
Indiana.
It seems like Indiana's playing some good football, and maybe the thing is they was talking about a team to maybe knock off uh, the Buckeyes. This would probably could be the team to do it. This is the only team in the Big Ten I think can knock off the Buckeyes in that conference. Right as of right now. Oklahoma and Ole Miss. I'm going Ole Miss. Oklahoma's not even ranked no more. They're out of it.
Yeah, Ole Miss.
You got BYU and UCF. I'm going BYU on this.
BYU.
It may be BYU and Iowa State in the Big 12 championship.
Oh yeah, could be.
I know one team it ain't gonna be.
Ain't the mutes.
It ain't them Utes. You got Mizzou and Alabama. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Hey, Alabama, they finally knocked Alabama out of the top 10.
Right. Oh, what they at now? What they at now?
15. Mizzou's 21, Alabama's 15, and Mizzou's going to beat Alabama to knock them out of the top 25. There you go.
Uh, I think I'm going Alabama.
You going Bama.
I don't think they're gonna lose twice back to back. I don't think they're gonna lose back to back.
Well, they should have lost 3 in a row, but they pulled one out of the hat. So, all right, here we go. Man, I can't believe this one here. Number 5 Texas at number 25 Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt got put in the what you call it.
Yeah,
Too
but
bad they're gonna get taken out.
yeah, taken out. They get to be ranked for 1 week
Yep.
because Texas is going to knock him off. You got
Texas gonna have some payback, some revenge. They gonna take it out on them.
Florida State and Miami. This is not going to be close. Miami going to put a butt whooping on them.
I gotta go with Miami. As much as I hate them, but it's against another Florida team, so I don't like Florida teams. So I'm going
Florida
with Miami.
and Florida State's 1-6.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go now. Number 3 Penn State. They're coming off a bye. Playing Wisconsin, which I think Penn State's overranked.
They are. I
I
am so
mean,
going Wisconsin. Just
I
because I didn't know that was the team that bumped Ohio State. That is messed up. I'm going Wisconsin.
what you mean on that Ohio State bumped them?
Ohio State was number 3, but they was on a
Oh, they
bye
jumped.
last week.
No,
Yeah,
Wisconsin's not ranked right now.
yeah, but Penn State is now number 3.
Okay, got you. Yeah,
They
yeah. I
took
see what you mean.
Ohio State's spot, so
Yes,
I'm going with Penn. I mean, not Penn. I'm going with
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Then here's going to be a good game. Man, I don't know who to go on this. Number 8 LSU playing Texas A&M at Texas A&M. You got the 12th man.
I'm going with Texas A&M.
I think I am. I'm gonna go A&M on that. And then you got SMU playing Duke. I'm going SMU. Man,
SMU.
wasn't they ranked 22nd last week?
No, SMU wasn't ranked. They just got.
No. They just got ranked. That's right.
They just got that.
All right, let's see. I don't know if guess that may be. Oh, that's the rank. That's the top 25 picks. Let's go to the ACC. Let's see if we can't get Virginia Tech on this. All right, Virginia Tech is playing Georgia Tech. I'm gonna go VT on this.
Yeah, I go Virginia Tech.
All right,
Virginia will be my Tech in that winners right that battle right there. I'm to go with Virginia.
yeah, Georgia Tech's 5-3, and Virginia Tech is 4-3. And then let's go ahead and get see who Marshall plays.
Who is number two?
They're
And we
probably on,
didn't pick who Oregon was playing. Oregon, we never
Oregon's.
mentioned.
They're probably on a bye because they're not on the top 25 here. I bet they're on a bye week.
Oh, and that sucks because they had one number one right now. It would suck to lose your number one ranking and not even play.
Let's see. I think Marshall's on a bye. They're not even up here. No, they're not. So Marshall must be on a bye. Oregon's in what conference? Big
Oh,
Ten,
they might be. I thought they was the only ones left in that pack too.
Pac 4.
Oh, pack four.
No, no, they're not in that. You got Oregon State, California, Washington State, and San Diego State's all that's left in the pack.
Oh, okay.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, I'll go to the Big Ten. I think Oregon's in the Big Ten. Well, how come that didn't pop up? Here it is. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, I had the top 25. This game wasn't on here. Oregon is playing. Number one, Oregon's playing. You ready for this?
Okay.
They're in the Big Ten. Uh, number 20 ranked Illinois.
Oh, they're gonna kill Illinois.
Uh, at
Oh, they play in Illinois, don't they?
No, they're playing in Oregon. So Illinois has got to go to Eugene.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're gonna tear them up.
So yeah, we'll go Ducks. I don't know. That's the travel part, man. It's the travel part.
Yep.
That's what's getting these teams is traveling, traveling, and traveling.
But who's number two though? I don't know who number two is.
Hold on, I'll tell you here in a minute.
Unless Georgia moved up to number two.
I bet they did. Georgia's number 2.
They are.
Yeah, you got Oregon 1, Georgia 2, Penn State 3, Ohio State 4, Texas 5, Miami 6, Tennessee 7, and I'll do the up to the round it out to the top 10. You got LSU 8, Clemson 9, Iowa State 10. How did Iowa State drop? They were ninth.
Yeah, and they won. See?
I told you they jumped LSU up there, didn't they?
Yeah, because
That's what it
LSU was
was.
wasn't they
Like 11th
13th?
or 11th or something. But that's what I tell you, man. I don't care for how they do these rankings. It's all
Political. Yeah.
political. I mean, it's never been fair, and it's never going to be fair. It's all political and everything else. But I will go to Big 12 and make our last few picks of the Big 12. The teams that it's not ranked. And then let me go back and make sure too that game I told you about Oregon and Illinois is make sure my computer had the right date.
Yeah, because it could be that they have a bye, and that'd be the first game they play when they get back.
Yeah, I don't know why my computer's doing what it's doing. All right,
Mine
okay.
do that
This
too.
all right. This coming Saturday, West Virginia is playing at Arizona. I'm going Arizona. I'm sorry. West Virginia will be lucky to win 2 more games, and they're not going to beat Arizona going to the West. So
I'm gonna go with you on that one, Arizona. I think
Arizona. West Virginia's done until they fire Neil Brown. It's just that it's that simple. It's plain and simple. West Virginia for y'all and West Virginia fans that still trusting the climb. Y'all need some help. I mean, y'all really do. Trust the climb, trust the climb. Don't fire him, keep him. Well, how long y'all gonna keep him? 10, 20 years? I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
come on. This is year 6. Not ranked. Not beat of a top 25 opponent. Only been to I think 2 bowl games, maybe one. I don't know. I don't know the other one. I think someone said there was two bowl games we've been to. So there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, I think there was 2 bowl games, but yeah, they ain't going to win. They be lucky to win 2 more games, so that'll give them 4 wins on the season. You got to have 6 wins to go to a bowl game. Texas Tech is playing TCU at TCU. Man, I don't know on this one. I'm gonna go Tech.
I was going TCU.
All right, they're playing at home. It's like a toss up, I think. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Oklahoma State's playing at Baylor. Both of them are 3-4 at Baylor. Baylor just gave a butt whooping, so I'm gonna go Baylor.
Baylor. Yep.
Uh, Here you go. Utah's going to Houston to play. Utes are 4-3. Houston's 2-5.
Oh
I'm
man, you can't depend on Houston for nothing. But I'm going Houston.
I'm going Houston too.
We just know. I just already stated you really can't depend on Houston for nothing. So if the Utes pull it off, it was expected. You know.
And then you see that this game wasn't on here. I remember. Um, yeah, I don't understand that when you go to the top 25 for the schedule. There are some of these games, and I think we've been missing them during the week because of that.
I think it's
Um,
Google does that because
it's because here's number 16th Kansas State's playing Kansas, and that wasn't in the picks that we just did.
yep, sure wasn't.
So Kansas State is going to beat Kansas.
Yep, we'll go. I'm going with that too.
So I better go. Actually, what I'm going to have to start doing is probably actually even after I do the top 25 pick, go to and do the
Call the numbers and see if we get make sure we got all 1 through 25.
and then we got Cincinnati at Colorado. I'm going Buffs on that.
Oh, I hate to go against Cincinnati, but I think you're right.
All right, me scan the SEC real fast, and then we'll get in NFL because we're getting close on time now.
Yep.
And we can do our NFL picks whenever we do the midweek if you want.
Cool beans.
Let's
But we'll
see.
go over our scores and everything that went on today. And
Yeah. Okay. Nope. We didn't miss no more there. So that's our picks as far as that goes. Now we'll move on to the NFL. Today, and with that being said, oh man, well we are not completely finished with so. And I think I've done lost when I flipped to do this. I think I done lost my place with the quick.
oh, okay.
But we'll go to NFL. We'll go some scores real fast. You had the game Thursday night, which
Yeah, Denver killed that game.
Denver killed the Saints. I wasn't even close. Um, so okay, here you go. That was 33-10. Then some other scores we had today. So this morning, the Jaguars got their second win, beat the Patriots 32-16. May had a good game. The Bengals beat the Browns 21-14. Deshaun Watson's out again. Browns need to start shopping for a quarterback or draft one. The 49ers, I missed this pick on this. I figured the Chiefs would get their first loss. The 49ers got beat by the Chiefs 28-18. Chiefs defense looked good. If I'm not mistaken, Purdy he did throw 3 interceptions. He didn't even throw.
Hmm.
He didn't even throw a touchdown pass. Um, right now, you got the Jets and the Steelers playing. I got that on behind us. It is 15-6 right now, and I think you went with the Steelers on that. I know you
Yeah, I
did,
did. Yep.
and I went with the Jets. And both of us on the Bengals, we both picked the Bengals, and I picked the Pats, and you picked the Jags. I think, or we both
No,
picked.
we both picked Pats. I didn't expect the Jag, but you know what? I think the Jags had an advantage. I believe they stayed since they had
Yeah,
2 weeks.
two
I would
weeks.
have, I would have stayed right there and practiced right there. We have no jet lag, and the other
Yep,
team do.
that's it exactly. Me and you missed this one. We both had Atlanta Falcons winning, and the Seahawks thumped them 34-14.
I know.
Um, I don't. I just and the thing is Metcalf got hurt. They won't know anything more about him until tomorrow. The Bills stumped the Titans 34-10.
As expected.
Amari Cooper had a good debut for the Bills. Um, and this one here, we missed this pick. The Packers beat the Texans 24-22. I think we both had
I know.
Texans.
We both took Texans. We just knew that. I was like, what?
And then the Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. Both of us had the Colts on this. We
Hmm.
both missed this game here. The Lions beat the Vikings on a game-winning field goal 31-29.
I know. Out of the one undefeated that we thought you thought was gonna drop, it was this one.
Nope, it was this one. Yep. And then the Eagles thumped the G-Men and New York. That's what shocked me, 28-3. I
Oh,
picked the
that
G.
was a no shocker on that right
Well,
there.
the thumping is what I'm thinking. I figured. I mean, you got Daniels, you got some receivers. They was doing a little bit. They got their butts kicked. But the Eagles won 28-3. You got the Rams um, beating the Raiders 20-15. We both had the Rams on that.
Hmm.
The Commanders beat the Panthers 40-7, but the bad news is Jaden Daniels is hurt. Uh, with that on that game, we'll see what happens, what they say about him, and then you got two games going on tomorrow night: the Ravens at the Bucks and the Chargers at the Cardinals. And I can't remember. Did we both pick the Ravens?
I think we both went with Ravens and we both went with Chargers.
So I know we both went with Chargers. But you know me and my picks. I don't think I picked the Bucks. Never know with me though. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I picked the Bucks. I
Oh,
did.
you did?
Yeah. So that's like right now the Rams they both won. Uh, we got the Jets and the Steelers. So as of right now, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've missed four. 1, 2, 3, 4. We both missed 4 games so far in our picks with the NFL. And you got this game going on now. I've got the Jets. You got the Steelers. You got the Bucks and the Ravens. So we'll
It's
see what
possible we
happens.
could be tied this week.
There's another possible tie. So that's where we're at right now. With the NFL, you got that going on with the which now it's 15-12 right now. So
Yep.
uh, we'll see what the outcome is on this. I ain't got to watch none of this to see how Russell Wilson's been playing. Um,
Like crap.
so, but it just seems like it's another thing we've been talking about when it comes to NFL every week. What is it? Injuries, injuries,
Hmm.
injuries. And it's not just one, it's like 4, 5, 6 players every week during the week. And then come game day, there it is. And I can't remember if I mentioned it. We may have, I don't know, during the week on our
About the
cast.
turf.
The turf.
Yeah, you was actually talking about that at the game when we was at last night. We ain't
Yeah.
doing it on live, but yeah, go ahead and say it because it was some information that needed to be told. It
Yeah. I
was.
think if you think about it now, you got very few. And I know we talked about it early in the season, early over summer. At the time, you had like the injuries on grass compared to turf or
Hmm.
artificial playing surfaces, and it was kind of even kilt. But you got to think about it. If you look at it now, if you got natural grass, dirt, ground, the ground gives. Okay, so the ground takes the cushion of the weight when you go to plant or you're running. So when you got that hard surface and you got all this running, there's no give when you go to step. So what's got to take the pressure? Your joints, your
Yep.
knees, all your
Exactly.
ligaments. So I got to thinking about that. That could be a good point. That's maybe why you got all these injuries now, is because and it's not like the artificial turf like we're talking about, like the Astrodome years ago. But it's carpet. This stuff here now is kind of like rubber beads, but it's still a concrete surface underneath.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you got no give to the ground, um, and so the only thing that's got to give is your body, your
Yeah.
leg.
Hmm.
So I think, to me, that is the biggest key factor of all these injuries. What do you think, Beans?
I think it is too, because it's just like that makes sense. Like if you plant too hard on that grass, that soil is gonna go down
Yeah.
and it's gonna ease. But you ain't pushing that concrete out of place. And
No.
under them concrete is them steel beams. You ain't pushing none of that.
So I think that's the biggest key to all these injuries is they're playing on that, and you continue to see it, and it don't look like it's. I mean, it's going to change. So um, I think that's the biggest reason that you've seen all these injuries now.
Yep.
Well, I guess you got anything else?
Nope, we're just getting ready to do I know we haven't done it in a while, but the it helps support the channel, help us grow and everything. I wanted to do the buy me a coffee, bring that in. We'll put place the QR code up, maybe, because I think our producer is not paying attention. I hear my kids in the background, so I don't. We'll do it
No,
next time.
I want to mention this for y'all listeners that listen to us. If you haven't went to our Facebook page and liked or followed us on Facebook, please do so. Even if you don't follow it, we need to get to that 100 followers so we can go live on Facebook.
Yeah, so we can stream on there also.
Yeah, and if you have, tell your friends to go on there. Like I said, you don't have to watch it or nothing like that if you don't want to. But that way we can get that 100 followers so we can go live on Facebook for the ones who want to watch it. And I know if we can get it live on Facebook, I've got probably people that would watch it more if it was live on Facebook. So,
Right, because right now we're streaming on Rumble. Not a lot of people know about Rumble. In fact, I found out about Rumble this year, right when we started doing this podcast. That's when I first found out. Rumble been around for like 10 years, they say, and I had never heard of it until now. And we're streaming on YouTube, and most of our streams come from X, which is Twitter, but
yeah.
that's where most of our views come from.
So, yeah, if you will, if you know friends, go have them go Facebook to follow the page or like it. And that way we can get us live there and get some more people that's watching and following. But we're getting down to about time on that. But
Yep, about number time.
like we always say, if anybody is thinking about harming or hurting themselves, you can always call that quick number 988. They'll get you to the people you need to contact with, and that's the Veterans Crisis Line, which is 1-800-273-8255. Um, keep in contact with your battle buddies, your friends, and just like we've always also mentioned, you can go to your local VA medical center, go to the ER, tell them you need to get some help. You need to
Yes.
talk to somebody, and they'll get you in contact with the people you need to talk to. So you got anything else there, Beans?
Nope.
Well, that's it. That's all for us tonight. Y'all have a good night and a good week, and we'll get our next audio this week sometime. Me and Beans got to get together and see what we're going to do that this week, and we'll let you know. So have a good night and stay safe.